What up, Lancet? How are you? Thanks for the lurk, Lazy. 5066. How are you, Lancet? What's up, Lazy? Doing good yourself? I'm alright. Busy weekend. But for the most part, I'm alright. Hoping to see another shiny. Did you play the DLC yet? I saw like most of the megas for it too, just out of curiosity. Yeah, done with the DLC main story, but there's a lot of side stuff to do. Got 2 shinies already, thanks to the hordes. Nice. Horde shiny hunting is back. Oh, okay. Wow, they brought it back. Okay. That's what's up. So you already finished the DLC? Like the new one? Yeah, to the credits anyways, but I was rushing. Lots of side. Oh, gotcha. I was about to say, that's a fast DLC if you got it done that quick. And did everything. Horde shiny hunting. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here. Excuse me. Try to move on in the game. Yeah, this is a crazy number, man. Too many twos. Oh, there's the Death Socks. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Wait, hold on. What's up, Gizmo? It's going good, man. How are you? Good dude, just chilling, playing some games with your friends. Oh, what are you playing? Yeah, 22,257. Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on, man. People have been here all the time thinking that I'm going to get the shiny. They're starting to get checked out. They keep seeing me do this. I don't blame them. It's getting way too much. It'll be a great day when it's gold. Yeah, for sure. Most definitely will be. I just don't know when it'll be. That's the thing. Hopefully not much longer, right? one set. That took a long time. Ooh. It's the sprite. Oh, man. I'm gonna get out of hell once I'm done with this. Honestly, it may be a crazy thing to say, but not even the roamers are this bad. Honestly. Yeah, when I get back to that, I'm going to be pumping out encounters if I can handle this. Sucks that I just have platinum sitting there. I'll get to it one day. Maybe I'll get to it when I get near completion of one of the games. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. Well, I don't know how many. I don't know how many of you guys use social media, but I'm seeing like crazy parody pictures of this like new DLC. And just Legends EA in general, man. Those memes like kill me, bro. I don't know how it got so popular too. Like, there's like a lot of them. I should probably make a meme of this Magikarp. I'm going so long for just a fish. I'm surprised I haven't done that, but if I was into graphic design, I'd definitely do it by now. Make a funny picture. You haven't seen? Oh, you haven't, Gizmo? Hold on, let me pull it up right quick. No, I have one. I have one at the ready. Hold on, let me pull it up, man. Hold on, just give me 1 sec. When I saw this, I was dying, man. Hold on. There's actually 2 of them. Look at this, man. Bro. Put my camera up here. Man, I was dying when I saw this, man. Like, it's always a Broly edit. These pictures kill me, man. Yeah, I know, man. I had to save this, man. This is comedy. I don't know who did this, but it's like it's a lot. It's a lot to take in for sure. Hold on, let me show you another one. Hold on. There's another one. Obviously, it's based off well, obviously, you know, it's based off, you know, Broly and Dragon Ball, but look at this, man. Mega Starmie as Broly. This has been like a thing for a while, and that's supposed to be like the new Mega Lucario as Paragus. Like, they go crazy with these edits, man. I die every time I see stuff like this, man. There's been so many Broly edits. I don't know who makes these. Apparently, some Japanese artists. They make them. Yeah, I know, man. It's like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us have seen them. Like, this is a common occurring meme, basically. But they just spawn out of nowhere, man. The Mega Starmie Broly thing has been a thing for a long time. Like, ever since that Mega Starmie was introduced, people have been just non-stop making Broly edits of it. And sometimes you'll see Paragus with, like, something else relating to it. But, yeah, man, it's... I had to tell you about it, man. It kills me, man. Yeah, people have a lot of time on their hands, I'll say that. But it definitely gives me a laugh. It's definitely entertaining. It's like, it's so random that it's good. But, yeah. And, obviously, I'm not an anime guy. I've watched a lot of anime, but not a lot, you know. Someone's terminology of a lot can be a lot. But I say, you know, I wouldn't say a lot. I would say my fair. I would say I've watched my fair share. Obviously, I have a taste. Obviously, you know, there's some that I'm into, some that I'm not into. The main ones that I was really into are obviously, you know, Shonen, Dragon Ball, Z, basically, and Naruto. I do watch One Piece. I will say about it that One Piece has its moments, for sure. It's just the pacing for me is just very horrendous. That and the fandom glazes it a lot. So I wish I hadn't have seen just all these glazers. Just, like, seeing a fandom can, like, literally ruin your experience of watching something. So, that's another reason. But I'm not excluding Naruto or Dragon Ball or Jujutsu Kaisen or any of them from that either. But, you know, I literally have a certain taste. But I'm not like a weeb, really. You know, I haven't watched more than, I think, 20 anime. I think I'm sitting at maybe 15 or so. And some of them I just forgot I even watched, which is a funny thing. But, yeah, I've watched, like, if I can think, I've watched you know, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Kai, the edit, Dragon Ball Super, obviously. Watched Naruto and Shippuden. Watched all of One Piece up until currently, and still watching it. I watched every single episode, even the fillers I watched, because I had a lot of time to watch it. That time I didn't really have an excuse because the episodes were there, so I can just watch them and just binge them. But now, you know, the pacing aspect sets in. I've watched Evangelion, I've watched Darling in the Franxx, because my friend's a big mecha, he's a big mecha guy, and he tried to get me into mecha. And there's still some others that I need to watch. I need to still finish Gurren Lagann. What else have I watched? I've watched pretty obscure ones, a pretty obscure anime that I don't even know the names of. But one of my favorites that are pretty underrated, in my opinion, is, oh yeah, also I've watched One Punch Man, sadly. Obviously, you know, you already know what I'm going to say about that. First 2 seasons were good. First season being, like, in a league of its own. Also, Attack on Titan. I don't even know how I didn't mention Attack on Titan. But I've watched a very obscure, underrated anime called Welcome to Demon School Iruma. And that was a good one. It's like the slice of life that I can appreciate, because I really don't like slice of life a lot. But, you know, I say but, saying that, implying that my taste has changed. Not really, but that's like slice of life done creatively and right, in my opinion. And it's not a really popular anime. I just don't really, I'm not really interested in anime with school themes. That's why, you know, when I played Three Houses, I wasn't really that interested until the post game. Not the post game, the time skip. When everybody just, you know, got glow ups, basically, and it wasn't all about the school or the church and stuff like that. I was just, with school setting, it's kind of, you know, it's not my thing, you know. It's a little too generic for me, but, yeah. However, I know Dragon Ball as a whole was supposed to be like a little comedy anime. And, you know, it was meant to be goofy and stuff like that. And it literally took the very shonen fighting genre with little comedy, if at all. So when Super came around, I did appreciate the fillers, honestly. Like, for me now, because I used to not like GT, and I ended up loving it. You know, I guess when you have your fair share of fight scenes that you've seen all of, it's not going to get that old to you, but you start to appreciate, like, the non-fighting, you know? Like, the more slice-of-life aspect to a genre that's mostly about fight scenes and stuff like that, so I did appreciate a lot of that more, and I wish we could have, but I just don't know the direction of any anime that's been out for a while is going. It's all about the new anime. I did watch JJK, though. I think JJK is, like, literally the most recent, because I did watch My Hero Academia, but I dropped it. I think Demon Slayer's, I mean, not Demon Slayer. I didn't watch Demon Slayer, funny enough. I think JJK is, like, literally the only anime that I've seen that's, like, mainstream. In recent years. Like, that's the last anime, that's, like, the last new-gen anime that I watched. Like, I don't know anything else, or I don't watch anything else, but, yeah. Your partner will watch Spy Family. Oh, yeah, I think I did watch a little bit of Spy Family. And I also watched the first season of Chainsaw Man. It's like, I have to remember that I've watched them. So that kind of tells you, you know, my taste in anime, you know. It's like, I like it, it's just, you know, for me, it's very subjective. Oh, you're watching that. Okay. I heard it's good. I heard it's interesting, at least. It's a nice little slice of life. Oops. But yeah. But I do like talking about anime that I know about. Like, if I'm not, like, really into the anime and I know it, or if I don't know it at all, I just prefer not to speak about it. Because if I want to talk about something, I want to know what I'm talking about, honestly. What's up, Dennis? 2746. I'm surprised they didn't give Hoopa a new Mega. I don't know, they may in the future, but I don't know how many DLCs ZA is going to get. If it goes the Sword and Shield route and Scarlet and Violet, I think there's one more DLC that they can pump out. But I'm surprised that Hoopa is like kind of like the main character in this DLC, and it doesn't have a new form. It just still has its unbound form, but... Damn, I'm kind of surprised to not see a Mega Hoopa. Did another Shinyroll in the YouTube chat. 6283. What's up? What's up? Still hunting us. Still hunting. I can't believe they have, like, over level 100 bosses. Like, that's still, like, tripping me out. And supposedly ZA is a canon game. But even if it wasn't canon, they still have that concept now. So, pretty sure with Pokemon games in the future, they're definitely always going to have boss fights that have over level 100 Pokemon now. I just don't see them not doing it anymore, or just specifically for this game. They're going to keep that new formula now. What's up, Everest? Thanks for the shiny luck, Dennis. What's going on? Did you miss the whole stream? No, you didn't, no. I've only been on for like, what, an hour? Yeah, only an hour. And that new Diantha clone, or Diantha, or whatever her name is, whoever the champion was in Gen 6, I am pretty sure that this little girl is her offspring, most definitely. Like, there's so many, like, connections. So she may be a niece, maybe her daughter or great-granddaughter or something. Something. But no one knows anything about her. It'd be interesting to know the lore. I didn't really pay attention to much of X and Y's story, but I played it enough to know somewhat what's going on. Surprised Lysander's still alive. And the tables were pretty much reversed. And AZ, man. I will say the ZA story was kind of wild. It's like Pokemon's taking risks now. I actually like to see it. People may put this story along the lines of, or along the same popularity as Gen 5, looks like. There's like a strange tall guy that loves his... yeah, that's AZ. That is AZ. Yeah, you're talking about a man that lived a long time because of his sins. He's pretty well written, I'd say. I think he's pretty well written. I think he's like along the lines of N. He's pretty much like the N of Gen 6 story-wise. Like completely different, you know, motives, but you know, I'm talking about in terms of like writing. Story was pretty good. You missed Legends Arceus for years and played it just before Z. Oh, did you? Okay, my gosh, Legends Arceus is your top 3 games of all time for sure. It was a good game. It was definitely a good game. There's a lot of nostalgia. A lot of nostalgia in it. I think a lot more nostalgia than ZA. No disrespect to ZA, but Legends Arceus was definitely nostalgia. You know, ZA is a continuation, so there's like a little nostalgia in there, but it's basically a sequel. Whereas Arceus was a prequel, so you pretty much make the connections, or you pretty much make a lot of connections to past characters. Or no, not past characters, but, you know, since it was set in the past, a lot of characters that you knew in the future, basically. Like, there was a Battle Frontier ancestor, you know, there's an ancestor of like multiple Sinnoh characters. Even Gen 5. One of the brothers on the train battles. I forget what their names were. Ewan or Ingo or something like that. Ingo, I think. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, Legends Arceus was, you know, I'd say very nostalgic. And ZA has a little bit of it, but it's kind of like, you know, like I said, it's a sequel. So, little nostalgia, more development, I'd say. So, Legends Arceus is more my speed because I like, it's not that I like time travel, it's just that I like to see where things began. Before, you know, back when I experienced it. I know that's worded really, really weird, but basically the characters that, you know, I learned about way, way back then, I'm glad I'm seeing some lore to them. And that's my favorite aspect of games, really. Is like, oh, so this is what happened, and this is how we got, or this is why this certain character acts a certain way, you know what I mean? So, I like that aspect of it. And I do like time travel a little bit. Going to the past is very interesting. So, you know, just to see the build up. Especially with one of my favorite generations, of course. Finally settled in, ready to hunt. What's up, Jizzy? Good luck. Good luck on the Rayquaza, I think you said you're doing. The twist is... the twist in the post-game was crazy. And the fact they fully, like, kicked you out of the village was crazy. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I played all Legends Arceus. It was a pretty good game, man. And, yeah, you like that concept of it. I'm not saying, like, you personally, but, like, we like that concept, I believe. For the ones that do like concepts like that, you know, it makes the story more worth, you know. We need that. We actually do need that in Pokemon, man. We need... I mean, they've been doing it in anime for so long. I'm surprised that it took them this long to, like, do something like that. So, yeah, it was nice. And being in that situation, you know, obviously, you know, that's happened in other games, but that situation happening in a Pokemon game, yeah, really, really impressed all of us. So yeah, it was pretty good. And, you know, like I said, I'm gonna say it again, you know, with it being one of my favorite generations, I was very impressed. I really liked it. Now, I just wasn't a fan of the battle mechanics. That's the only thing, you know. I'm more of like a modern, like, I'm brainless, I guess you could say. I know a better word, I just can't think of it, but you know, I can turn off my brain when it comes to, you know, just having a set, like, way of battling, like what we've known for decades, basically. Them trying something different, I respect, obviously, because it's something new, but for me, battles don't really need to change that much. You know, if you change the way I battled for more than like 15 years, you know, I'm just not for it, man. I want to be content, basically. Like, I'm okay with it. But other than that, Legends Arceus was a really, really good game. I will say I'm not really a fan of Origin, Dialga, and Palkia, but that's another story. That's like the least of my concerns. Oh, we're talking about Legends, basically both. We're talking about Legends Arceus and ZA, basically. Explorers of Sky had a similar story, and that's also in your top 3. Yeah, I haven't played that. I should probably play that. I never played any of the Mystery Dungeon games. I'm surprised I haven't. At that time, I was very hooked on the other non-canon titles. Colosseum, XD Gale of Darkness, and Battle Revolution. I spent most of my time playing those. So if those didn't come out, I'm pretty sure I'd play a Mystery Dungeon game, but you know, those other games caught my attention. And fun fact, Genius Sonority never worked on a Pokemon game. I don't even think they really had an idea of what Pokemon really was. I mean, obviously they've heard of Pokemon, but they didn't know like the formula and stuff. And you want to talk about story. Whew. For a non-canon Pokemon game, that did a good job at making a Pokemon game. But, you know, all good things must come to an end. And most of them, I mean, I'm pretty sure Game Freak didn't like the sales, so they kind of cut the team. They didn't cut the team, but, you know, Genius Sonority being its own entity, some of the staff started splitting off and joining Nintendo and Game Freak rather than sticking with, you know, their own thing. And some stayed with Genius Sonority, but Genius Sonority didn't make another Pokemon game after Battle Revolution. So, yeah, most of their people either stayed or they went to Game Freak. And they don't make Pokemon games like that anymore, sadly. The last game, I mean, Game Freak did make another Pokemon game for Pokemon, but it wasn't anything close to what they did in the early 2000s. They did Pokemon Cafe. And if you like it, no disrespect to you, but it's just not that popular. I mean, if you played something like XD Gale of Darkness or, you know, Colosseum, which was the more popular one, you know, you would know what to expect out of that company. You know, it's kind of like Call of Duty. Like, you know what to expect when Treyarch puts, you know, their devs to work. But you get something completely different. And that's sadly Genius Sonority now. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, and I've seen Pokemon Cafe or Poke Cafe or whatever they call it. It doesn't look like a bad game. It's just, you know, it's intended for like certain audiences. That's what I'm saying. No disrespect to it, but damn, it sucks that we're never gonna get a Pokemon game or have storytelling like Coliseum or XD ever again. That was back when Pokemon was willing to take a lot of risks, like a lot. But you know, it sucks to suck, I guess. I'm talking like an old man now. But yeah, I may play a Mystery Dungeon game. I heard it's really good. I also have a question. How do you get your stream background? A friend made it for me. I paid one of my buddies to make a layout for me. I think it's safe to. I think this is a safe play to go to avoid spoilers. I mean, outside of the new megas, there's really nothing I can really spoil. I don't know anything about the story or what's going on in the DLC, but I have seen all the megas. But that's basically it. I don't play ZA. But I was curious about the new megas that were released, so I saw all of them. That's the only spoiler that I have. Other than that, I don't have anything. You only played Explorers of Sky as an adult. Okay, I'm glad I did because the story is much more adult. Okay, then I'll probably like it then. Anyways, hi. Oh yeah, for sure. What's going on, KL? How are you? Oh yeah, I was looking into the animated background stuff. Oh, okay, gotcha. You have not? Oh shoot. Oh, you haven't seen them? Okay. Well, I won't spoil it for you. Yeah, it's no big deal to me. Yeah. If you don't want to be spoiled, I won't just I just won't say it. I won't talk about it. It's all good. But I don't think you'll blurt out all the. Oh no, I wouldn't. No. No. Like, if someone asks me about something pertaining to it, I'll say I have the answer to that. And since you said that you're looking for spoiler-free, I would just let you know, hey, I'm probably going to tell this person a spoiler, so you can mute. Because I won't even be really talking about it a lot. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna even really get on a lot into the new megas and stuff. You don't care? Yeah. Yeah, I just don't play the game. So the chances, I mean, yeah, I mean, me talking about it's really slim chance of me talking about any spoilers. But guess who got a new Switch 2 Pro controller? Nice. You did, I'm assuming? But I will say, seeing all of the megas, it's like a lot of them are just still just goofy, man. They're just goofy looking to me. And I don't know if that was their plan from the beginning, all the way in X and Y. Because back in X and Y, because you know I've seen certain content creators, like actually a lot of Pokemon content creators that say that that was like literally the intention, or every mega that they saw, or most megas that they saw in X and Y, looked goofy to them. And to that, I'm like, really? Not really. The designs were pretty top-notch in X and Y. I didn't think till, like, ZA that kind of got some questionable-looking ones, but I don't know, man. All of us are different breeds. Looks like. We all have, like, different tastes, like, and it shows, too. But I just don't like when people piggyback off someone that they look up to. I mean, you gotta see for yourself, you know? It's not the end of the world if you challenge someone that you idolize in certain areas. But shit, why am I even saying that? It's like nothing's gonna change, really. So it's whatever. I'm just surprised is all. Yeah, I didn't want to get one right away, but your original Switch Pro controller is drifting. Oh, you have stick drift? Yeah, that sucks. Stepbrothers could fix it, though. I'll send it back to him next time your stepbrother comes over. I just don't want to be -1 control. Oh, no, I got you. Totally understandable. So yeah, wait, hold on. Is the Explorers of Sky, is that the DS one or is that the Game Boy one? I'm assuming that's the DS one. Because they didn't make a mystery dungeon in Gen 5. They made one in Gen 3 and 4. DS one? Okay, that's what I thought. I'm assuming the one with Primal Dialga. Because I think that's like the only mystery dungeon. This may be controversial or a hot take, but I really do think with these new megas, like all of the new megas, I'm not talking about the old megas, but I'm talking about the new megas. I don't think the design team had enough time to cook. That's just my opinion on it. They just didn't have enough time, because I'm seeing the mega designs of way back when they did it in 2015 and comparing them to now. Like, yeah, I'm like, what happened, dude? Because you can't really look at Mega Sceptile, Blaziken, and Swampert, even Swampert. You can't look at all those megas and be like, oh yeah, this is goofy. I don't understand. Like, even for like all of the megas really in that generation, or back when they did it in that generation. Mega Scizor? Do you think Mega Scizor looks goofy? Like, really? Do you think Mega Absol looks goofy? Like, come on now. What other megas can I think of? Mega Lucario? You think Mega Lucario looks goofy or lazy? No, not really. It's like, I don't know where people's tastes are. Mega Garchomp, like, yeah, people will call it ugly, which I wouldn't disagree, but it doesn't look silly. Just because something's ugly doesn't mean it's silly. You know? It looks like a menace. Mega Tyranitar? I'm like, come on now. They burnt the design of Dragonite. They could have did better, man. That's all I'll say about it. They could have did better. I don't dislike it. but they could have did better. What other megas? Mega Gengar. You think Mega Gengar is silly? Like, I named off like 5 megas. Like, I just don't get where people's minds are. And I'm not talking about like... how should I put this? Not randos, because that's kind of harsh. But just everyday fans, basically. These are like well-known content creators saying this. Like, I don't know what you were thinking back in X and Y, but crazy work. Mega Metagross, exactly. You think that looks silly? Nah, man. Nah, man. They cooked. They cooked in 2015. They most definitely cooked. And X and Y is not even my favorite generation. So you know, even with my bias, although I can't. This is the thing. When I think back to X and Y, I can't think of a goofy looking Mega. That's the thing. That's literally the point. So don't believe like, if you watch content creators, you know, saying like, oh yeah, Megas have always been silly and all this other BS, man, don't listen to them, man. Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen to anything they say or take anything they say lightly, but yeah, sometimes people are just wrong. Yeah, Audino. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even mention that. I mean, I don't care for Audino. I never really did, but I didn't really look at its Mega and be like, oh, wow, this is, like, so out of place. No. But I feel like that's a cope, low-key, but I don't really want to get into it. I really do think it's like a mini cope for content, for sure. Like trying to appease all audiences kind of thing, you know what I mean? That's why I can't really see myself as a big content creator, because I don't want to fall into that. Like I respect other people's opinions, I do, because I have an opinion of my own, but I don't want to change mine for the sake of my audience. You know, I'll just be real. They're releasing Wario's World. I thought it was Wario World, but yeah. GameCube on NSO. Wait, NSO? Oh, Nintendo Switch Online. Yeah, I forgot it was an acronym. You don't know the date. It looks fun, never played. No, I've heard Wario World was a good game. So yeah, you'll have fun with that. I mean, you play like a lot of party games, I assume, KL. So yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, what are the megas? Because I'll die on that hill, man. I'll die on that hill saying, like, all these content creators are wrong saying that megas were always meant to look goofy. Or there was even goofy megas beforehand. Like, no. Let's see, what else? I'm kind of surprised, because I just thought of this Pokemon randomly. I don't know why they haven't made a Mega Cacturne. I think that would look super dope. Because Cacturne already has, like, a pretty good design. Okay, you know what? I take that back. I know of one Mega that does look a little goofy. Actually, 2. And that doesn't speak for the majority. I'll say that straight up. You know, one bad apple doesn't ruin the bunch for this one. For this topic. But the only ones that I don't find visually appeasing or pleasing to the eye is Mega Camerupt and Mega Sharpedo. But other than that, we were cooking. I didn't even really Mega Evolve much when I played X and Y, to be honest. Now that I think about it. I didn't really Mega Evolve like that. Oh yeah, I forgot another Mega is Mewtwo. Both Mewtwo Megas are spectacular. Like, peak Mewtwo, man. I know people prefer the original Mewtwo, just off nostalgia and lore, basically. But Mega Mewtwo, man. Mega Mewtwo X is my favorite. Even though the most viable one to use is Y. But I like Y as well because it kind of resembles Mew. Basically, it's original DNA. So, not only do you have a design of what it would look like if it would look closer to Mew, it also has a badass design if you just turned it into a fighting type. So yeah, no, that's peak to me, man. And I use Mewtwo and Pokken too, so it's kind of a bias, but yeah. Started hunting now too. Still here. Just got your hands full of DSs. Oh, you're good. You're good. If you're busy, I understand. I appreciate the lurkers as well. If you're lurking, I always do appreciate lurks as well. Damn, we're gonna hit 6K. That's kind of I passed my not personal best, right? I passed my I guess past my luck. I don't know how to say it. Trust me, I used to trust me, I only use my Mega Evolve to see your shiny char. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't really Mega Evolve much. I kind of felt it was cheating. Honestly. I'm sorry, people saying Mewtwo X looking goofy. Who says that? Nah, man. Nah, you're about to get me angry. You're literally about to make me angry. Like, whoever said that, man, I can't say. 6K and 22K is crazy work? Yeah, it is. All I gotta say is prayers to whoever said that, or whoever thinks of that. Like, you're just beyond cooked. No, people actually do. They say Y looks better, and you don't. I mean, I can understand why they would like Y more, but saying X is goofy is just like criminal, man. But nah, at the end of the day, man, Mewtwo X is not goofy, man. I don't know what they're smoking, but they gotta lay off it. That's crazy. Probably ask them what their favorite Pokemon is, and you'll get your answer. Basically. As a kid, Mega Mewtwo X was your favorite, the bulky one. Yes. As you got older, you prefer Mewtwo Y. I can definitely understand that. I still think both look good. Oh, you know, I understand why you would think Mewtwo, because, you know, honestly, that's kind of how my thought process is. I always loved Mewtwo X more than Y, but, you know, as the years went by, I started to appreciate Mewtwo Y a lot more. I don't know what it was. I think it's because of the more resemblance to Mew that it has, and Mew was originally its DNA. So I'm pretty sure that's the reason why. But what I wish would have happened, what I really wish would have happened was original Mew having Mewtwo Y's design as a Mega. So it should have only been Mega Mewtwo and then Mega Mew. And then Mega Mew is basically Mega Mewtwo Y. That's what I wish would have happened. No, Mega Steelix is dope, man. I don't care what anyone says, dude. And that's like with no bias. Like, how can you look at Mega Steelix and say that that's not dope? With all those gems flying around it. Like, come on now. Steelix already has like a good design overall. So, yeah, nah, man. No, I love Mega Steelix. Wait, oh wait, no, you said is yours Steelix. Wait, Steelix my what? You prefer armored Mewtwo? Yeah, that's Mewtwo X. Yeah, armored Mewtwo is Mewtwo X. Oh, are you talking about the movie? Oh no, my favorite Pokemon? I don't have a favorite Pokemon, man. That's like that's a very complex question. I don't have a one favorite Pokemon. I like multiple. What's up, Tyler? But no, Steelix is one of my favorites, yes. Yeah, Pokemon, not one Pokemon stands out of all the Pokemon ever made, to me. Not to sound condescending, but I love Pokemon too much for that, to have a favorite. How's the grind been? Long. Definitely long. You definitely have a favorite? Yeah, of course. we definitely know. And it's a solid choice, too. Solid. Very solid. I tell people your favorite Pokemon is Gengar because it's an easy answer, but the amount of Gengar stuff people have gotten me since makes me think you probably should. Yeah. No, I got you. No, Gengar's good. Gengar is very popular. Like, very, very popular. I even know how popular it was. It's, like, actually really popular. You want to know another Pokemon that's, like, really popular to people that don't even know Pokemon? Eevee. Because saying Pikachu is, like, the obvious answer. Like, Pikachu shouldn't even count as an answer anymore. But Eevee got, I mean, I don't know if it's a new wave or it was a new wave, but Eevee is very popular. I even know people like the Eeveelutions that much. I never used the Eeveelution on my team, ever. And I'm kind of surprised that I haven't. I did, back when I did my Fire Red DTQ, I used Vaporeon. Shiny Vaporeon. But, I never played through with an Eeveelution at all. I didn't have an Umbreon, Glaceon, Sylveon, Leafeon, not even Espeon, or Jolteon or Flareon. But, you know, until I did my DTQ, I played through with Flareon and Vaporeon. Because I do have a shiny Flareon in Leaf Green. And I play through with that. But yeah. Damn shame the shiny's mid. The Mega Shiny is really nice. I wish they would have gave it that color instead. But I know what you mean. You just don't like subtle shinies. Yours is Snorunt? Snorunt's a good choice. Yeah, I like Snorunt. It's always freezing. Snorunt definitely has character. Yeah, Snorunt has aura. I like it. That's what I say. There's really too many Pokemon to, like, really have a favorite for me. Miss Everest is unique. Her favorite is Lillipup. Yeah, that is very unique. She got a whole tattoo of one. Oh, wow. She must really love Lillipup. Real, I've never used Eevees. Yeah, I don't know. Eevee was not... I'm sorry, Eevee's just not my style. Yeah, Eevee was never my style. But I won't take away from the designs at all, either. You know? I think the Eeveelutions that are my most favorite are Espeon and Umbreon. Like, all the other ones, I don't think hold a candle to the design. I mean, people like Sylveon a lot, but... No, Espeon and Umbreon are literally my favorites. If I were to pick. Almost every Eevee form is Unite. Is in Unite? Oh, is in Unite. Okay. Well, of course. It's Eevee. Eevee is way more popular than you think. Damn. Yep, Eevee. Charizard, Blastoise, Snorlax. You know, basically the Pokemon that have the most plushes are basically the most popular in the franchise. And I think there was like a little lore to it as well. I think for Yellow, your starter was going to be Eevee. Or no, it was going to be Clefairy. Like, Clefairy was about to be that along the lines of, you know, a mainline starter. You know, early in development. So that's pretty interesting to hear, or to learn. But, yeah. Pokemon could have looked really different. I was seeing a Snom craze at one point. Oh, no, Snom is a very good design. A very good design. So I can see why. And its name. It has a good name. You got plushes of all three. Gen 4 starters. Oh, all three Gen 4 starters. Gave Piplup to Misdreavus' younger sister. Oh, okay. That's nice. Yeah, I can't wait to actually play with one. Not the plush, but play through the game with the starter. Like, I can't even play. I just have a shiny starter just sitting in my party. I can't even use it. It sucks. It's pain. I've only got to use Piplup for like a short amount of time until I evolved it, and it's just still a Prinplup. I haven't even evolved Turtwig yet, so I'm like, oh, man, I'm going through it. Yeah, yep, that is my fault. Yep, it is. It definitely is. Kind of makes me just not want to shiny hunt for like a long time and just play through the game. Hey man, nothing wrong with a grown man playing with plushes if that's what you want to do. Yeah, of course. I mean, I wouldn't do that. I would have it around for sure. But yeah, you bought it, so yeah. Once you buy something, you do whatever you want with it. You paid for it. Yeah, if it relieves your stress or if that's what makes you happy and keeps you positive, by all means. Yeah, I don't think it's like any different from playing with like an animal. I think some dumbass outside literally went through this neighborhood at 50 miles an hour. I literally heard that. Hold on. One sec. Yeah, I asked my brother heard that. He said he didn't hear it. He has headphones on. But that's crazy. Going through a residential street at those speeds, man, especially when there's snow on the ground, like, you're just asking for it. Oh, no, I don't. I do not smoke. Grinding level's so boring, but you need a false swiper high enough. Oh, wait, what game are you doing it in? Gen 3? Yeah, I drink socially. I don't smoke, though. Fire and Leaf Green, thank the Lord for Versus Seeker. Yeah, that's the best. That's literally the best. Or the E4. But the E4 is hella buffed post-game. So, may take a minute, but you have the E4. Fair me either. Okay, yeah. Yeah, E4 is definitely a good grind. If you're at the post game already, when you gave Cilio the Sapphire, the E4 is going to be like in its 60s and 70s. So it's good to grind the E4 for higher levels, but your Pokemon literally has to be around that level or you're going to get smoked. Hell no, that shit going to shred your... Oh, yeah, it will. Yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. You have to be very high level. Yeah, E4 is basically if you want to grind your Pokemon if it's at its late 60s. Late 60s, early 70s. You can get good enough experience, but yeah, if you're nowhere near there, yeah, don't bother. That's what I plan on doing with my Ruby team. After I get the Roamer to train for Rayquaza, is I'm gonna trade my whole DTQ, my whole Ruby DTQ, over to Fire Red, and grind levels with that Elite Four, because in Ruby and Sapphire you don't get that buff Elite Four. Not even in Emerald either. Some reason Fire Red and Leaf Green just has a buff E4 in the post game, but Hoenn doesn't. They did the same thing in these games too, where in Diamond and Pearl, even post game, the E4 doesn't get buffs. However, in Platinum they do. So I don't know why it was so inconsistent, but yeah, basically in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Diamond, and Pearl, you don't get a buffed Elite Four after the post game, or when you beat the game, basically. But in Fire Red, Leaf Green, Platinum, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver, they have a buffed E4 post game. You don't even have to talk about Johto, because, you know, obviously, you know, you have Mount Silver, which, you know, they already have pretty decent high-level Pokemon there. Not to mention red. So, yeah, if you're playing Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it's really easy to grind. Because not only do you have red, you also have the E4, which is close to his levels, and his are in the 70s, in the high 70s, to even 80s. I think high 80s too, or early 80s. So, yeah. Not only do you have Elite 4 that's around the 60s and 70s, you also have red that's in the 70s, 80s. So in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, you know, you won't have a problem grinding. Even in OG Gen 2. You know? Oh, also, you have the Poke Gear, I think that's what it's called. You can challenge all 16 gyms. So yeah, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you have no excuse when it comes to grinding levels. You have all of that at your disposal. You have past gyms, all 16 gyms, gym leaders, the whole Elite 4, and red. So, yeah, grinding is no problem, no issue in that game. So I may do it with this game because obviously Diamond and Pearl, you don't get buffs, or you don't get E4 buffs or anything. You can't even. I think you can. I think you can challenge the gym leaders in these games again. I believe. I don't know. That may have been Platinum. I just can't remember. But I know that you can re-challenge the gym leaders in Gen 4. I just don't know if it's exclusive to Platinum or these games. But yeah, best believe I'm going to be doing that if I can in Diamond and Pearl. Because I want to fight Giratina right away. Or I want to fight all the legendaries right away. And they're around the 70s. So, I'm definitely going to either keep grinding the E4 or send them over to Soul Silver and then grind them, you know, level them up and then trade them back when they're around the 70s. It's not hard to really grind in this game either, because Heart Gold, Soul Silver literally is a lifesaver. In Gen 3, it's kind of hard because you have that massive jump. I mean, the E4 in Hoenn is pretty stacked. It's not bad. I mean, you get an early, you know, the strongest Pokemon is like literally a level 61, but that should be enough. You know, to battle a few times. You missed the SOS Chansey chaining in Gen 7. I'll be real with you. I played through Gen 7 only one time. And I do not know about those mechanics. I know they're a thing. You know, I definitely know that that's a mechanic in the game. I just never did it. I never did a SOS before. I never did chain fishing. I never did hordes. I never did any of that. Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet. That's when people were shiny hunting the most. Really. I think shiny hunting got very popular around that time. Because shiny hunting was very niche. Like, even more niche than it is now. So, yeah, best believe that put shiny hunting on the map, for sure. Yeah, and I bet it is fun. I mean, you also have the radars of the radar hunts in here, which people were doing, but it was kind of complex for some people. So, yeah, around Gen 6 and 7 is where they made shinies very accessible and fun. So, yeah, I don't knock it. It's a good way for people to find shinies, and they have a strict time. You know, they have a strict schedule. Radar hunting takes a bit of practice. Oh yeah, for sure. Most definitely does. I always broke my chain. Yeah, people were looking for that 1% level 12 Salamence. That was actually a thing. I probably would have wanted to do that. Yeah, that actually sounds fun. Kind of takes me back to OG Gold, Silver, and Crystal, where trainers would have fully evolved Pokemon at such absurd low levels that it made it amusing. So, yeah, finding a level 12 Salamence sounds very dope. Because you already know it takes a lot more levels to evolve it. So finding a level 12 one is like a gem. So yeah, that'd definitely be fun to find. Yeah, very innovative and creative. They're fun. It's funny, super accessible too in the early game within Sun and Moon. Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing. You know, anything to put it, you know, put the hobby out there. Yeah, yeah. Seeing me do this will definitely not incentivize anyone to shiny hunt. Oh, no, I know that. They'll look at this and be like, I'm never gonna shiny hunt. Like, not even done with the first trial type of early. Oh, no, I know. Yeah, I understand. Hey man, I don't doubt you would. I do not doubt that at all. I've been doing roamers for almost I've been pretty much doing roamers for 3 years, or been doing the been doing the fire red and leaf green roamers for 3 years. And I've seen multiple people get it in like the first couple hundred. So I believe you. And I wouldn't get mad if you did. I wouldn't feel any type of way if you did either. I mean, congrats. Yeah, some people are just luckier than others. Never done fishing encounters yet? Well, if it takes you a while, you better lock in. That's all I gotta say. Because if you don't find it in those first couple thousand, good luck. Lesson learned, not with the old rods. Yeah, yeah. That's a very important lesson. That's why I've said almost... I try to say this every single stream. But I encourage everybody, if they're doing hunts in this game, and it involves fishing, never use the old rod for any hunt that you do. Only good rod and super rod. Unless you want to spend a lot of time. Yep, you gotta get that first. It'll save you a bunch of time. And just think, I wanted to hunt Feebas in this game. I don't even know when I'll hunt it now. Definitely not anytime soon. Yeah, it looks like this forest is finally getting challenging. Can I do fossils instead? I mean, I'm gonna do fossils too. That's the thing. I'm also gonna do fossils. I'm gonna be hunting a lot of stuff. But I just want the red Gyarados, but I want to work for it. And I actually am working for it by, you know, by the numbers. I'm actually working for it. You know, I could easily just go to the Lake of Rage and trade it over, but... yeah, I'm gonna actually work for it for once. Because I want to feel good when I throw out the Gyarados and not feel nothing with the free one that I got. Or that everybody has, or everybody gets. Yeah. But I can't do fossils until, like, very late in the game. I think around the 7th badge. So, even if I wanted to do fossils, it wouldn't be right away. I mean, you can get the fossils really early in the underground, but you can't fossilize them until, like, way later in the game, I think. But if you can do them early, then that'd be an interesting hunt to do in the meantime. But I also have to access the underground in the other game as well. So, doesn't Lance own the shiny Gyarados? No. He sees it. I mean, he does own it in the anime. Then in the non-canon stuff, yes. But in the actual game and lore, no. Your avatar catches it. So, no, he doesn't own one. You can do fossils right after Eternigym. Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, so you can do it pretty early. Roamers? Maybe. Optional catch. Yeah, you don't need to catch the Gyarados, but if you don't, it'll just leave. Yeah, Lance does not own it. Or does he ever use a shiny Gyarados? In anything, in any game? Lance is just known for his Dragonite. Or his Dragonites. But I do like that he changes up his team in the post-game in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. He actually has like a Salamence and a Garchomp. I'm like, thank goodness. Now you're looking like a Dragon Master. Having these. I think he even has a Kingdra too. Which is good. He may not, but... yeah, man, you gotta have other dragons than just Dragonite. And, you know, Charizard and Aerodactyl, I'm sorry, they don't count. Unless you Mega Evolve. Which he doesn't do. Steven uses the sick-ass shiny Megaros? Yeah, but not in the games. Yeah, I don't know why it's always non-canon, but yeah. It's like the non-canon stuff where they have the shinies. Because there was like one OVA of Pokemon in the ORAS in the Ruby and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire era, where he does have the shiny Metagross. And I think in like one of the spin-off games, I think like in what, Pokemon Masters, he has one. But yeah, in the main core mainline games, he just has a regular Metagross. I think in the anime he may have a shiny Metagross. I don't know. I just know as far as the games he doesn't. Yeah, in the anime, yeah. Yeah, I stopped watching the anime like a long time. Like around Diamond and Pearl, I stopped watching the Pokemon anime, so I don't know what shinies or even what Pokemon certain characters have. It would have been dope if Iris had a shiny Haxorus. That would have been really cool. But then she'd just be busted. Oh, excuse me. I always wonder what legendary would Lysander want as it pertains to Kalos. Because he's always talking about beauty, so I would think he goes for Xerneas. But also he was in charge of the weapon, which implies he would want Yveltal, so I don't know. And I know you play. I know you encounter Lysander in the post game. Like you encounter all the evil team leaders, and they have legendaries. I don't know which one Lysander picked. I think it was Xerneas. I can't remember. Oh, I just remembered a shiny Dustox once appeared in the anime. Did it? Damn. Yeah, I wouldn't know, of course. But that's pretty neat. But no, Jizzy, I don't think I'm going to be doing Roamers tonight. I'm going to be doing it tomorrow. I'll do Roamers tomorrow for sure. I had to go to work today. I didn't even get much sleep last night, so I'm just going to finish this last few up and call it. But I'm going to be streaming early tomorrow. Most definitely going to be streaming early. We'll be knocking out more encounters for this and do roamers again. There's a green Dredigan one time in the anime, and I was like, it's not the right colors as a kid. Oh, you must be young then. Because that was Gen 5. Gen 5, I was in college. Damn. Yeah, I didn't play a lot of Pokemon after Gen 4. And it's not because I got older. Because, you know, why would I be playing these games still at my age? It's just Yeah. I had my fill, I guess. Plus, I was heavily into competitive fighting games, so didn't play a lot of Pokemon. In the recent Journeys anime, there's actually an actual shiny hunter. He catches shinies, and they meet him a couple times. Oh, okay. That's interesting. You're in college right now? Yeah, good luck, man. You just gotta stay focused. They put an actual shiny hunter in the anime. That's funny. They should have did that way earlier. But that's cool. Bro was flexing his shiny dex? Was he? Wow. So there's actually a shiny dex? Do they have a shiny dex in ZA? Or Scarlet and Violet? I think there should be a separate dex. Well, not separate dex, but separate entry for shinies. He actually had a lot of shinies. Yeah, dude was a shiny hunter for sure. If he has that many. I wonder if people realize that shinies were a thing all the way back in 2001. I wonder. What's up, Shadow? Thanks for the alert. Shadow Cat. I'm kind of surprised that it took them to Gen 5 to, like, have a separate category if you find the Pokemon shiny. I wish they would have started it in Gen 4. It would have been way nicer. Where the shinies at? And I don't know, man. They're hiding for sure. They're literally hiding. A third Ducksauce would be really funny. Yeah, it's real funny, the fact that that'll never happen again. So I'll find the Misdreavus before that even is a possibility, which is a W. Yeah, I don't know where the shinies are, Shadow. They need to show up, I know that. I just need this Misdreavus so I can get out of here. But, yeah, this phase is actually making me work. It took 4 phases until it actually is going close to odds. Yeah, we should be at odds in like a few days. We'll see what happens. I hope whatever phase it is good. If I do. Yeah, it's a pain, man. I gotta go this far for a shiny, man. It's more of the fact that this fishing takes forever. Like, if I was doing any other hunt, I'd be very content. But, you know, this Magikarp's pissing me off. I don't want to put too much into it, you know. Just take my time, really. Not overextend. I don't want to warrant a burnout, so. The more I take my time with it, the better. At least a few of them have been under odds. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the last 4. Literally the last 4 phases have been under odds, so I can't really complain about the forest at all. I mean, it's been long overdue. And who knows, after this potential long phase, I may get another short one. You never know. So, yeah, hopefully I find the Misdreavus soon. Because after that, I'm not going to be hunting for a while. Well, in Pearl, I'm not going to be hunting for a while. I'm going to be playing through the game a great portion after the Misdreavus. Because my team's almost full, you know. Because, you know, I have the Shinx, I have the Starly, I have the starter, and I'll have the Misdreavus, so that's 5, isn't it? Oh, God. I thought I had more space. Wait. Starter, Shinx, Starly, Misdreavus. Okay, I have 2 more. Okay. And one of them is going to be a legendary, so... Excuse me. I don't know. Oh, nah. I kind of want Krogunk in the other game, but I'll see. Probably I kind of want to do after Misdreavus. I don't know if I should have too many ghosts, though, because I also want Spiritomb. So, I don't know. I don't know what the 5th one should be. I'll think about it. I was thinking Snorunt, but I don't know. Because having an ice type for Cynthia would be really good. Phasing over Drought all day? Yeah. Yes. Most definitely. Yeah, I'll definitely have more, I'll have more in me tomorrow. So that I can go longer and do some roaming. 62-16 for the roll. Got a blast. Good luck. All right. Thanks, Dennis. See you later, man. Have a good night. Oh, my God. Where's this fish? Thanks for the shiny look. And 32-20 for the second roll. Bro. I'll get it one day. Finally. Imagine in the next few it shines. That double Misdreavus is nice. I hope when the luck hits, I hope to have that specific encounter. So it'll be 100% Misdreavus. Yeah, that's basically 100% Misdreavus. Wish you could do a repel trick to really even the odds. It'd be nice. But I think every Pokemon in this forest can go up to 12, so it wouldn't help. You see how long it takes for me to even get a bite? That's insane. Ooh-wee. A big weekend. So I gotta get all this out the way. Ooh, okay. Huh, Dust Talks. Do one more for good luck. All right.
What a day of hunting and with nothing. Yep, GG's. I'll be back on tomorrow. Definitely be earlier, like I said. You guys have a great night. I'm out of here. Take care. See you, Gizmo. See you guys.